Yes. Oh, wow. Don't get too crazy. That was a very polite introduction. I liked it when Rush is like, "Who's getting drunk tonight?" And everyone's like, "We're responsible." I just wanted one person in the back like, "I'm on heroin. Yeah, I'm shooting heroin." Let's do it. Who wants heroin? Raise your hand. And then take the other hand, grab a syringe, and do the rest. Oh man, how you guys doing? Is it good? Who's got children at home? I assume. You have to ask. You don't know, because you don't know what the age range, Asian crowds. You could be 19 or 49 right now. Can't tell. I have 7 children. They're all 20 years old. I fucked a lot of women at the same time. I have a baby now. Yeah, it's almost like shit. How young is this crowd? Good lord. It's a very beautiful baby. He cries a lot. I don't know if you know babies do that. Which is like, I think a lot of, I don't know if you do hang around, like most men are scared of babies. You notice that? Because like women, when they see a baby, they're like, "Give it to me. I want to hold the baby. Let me hold it." And they're like, "Oh." And you like see a man, and you're like, "Hey, you want to hold this baby?" They're like, "Fucking get that shit away from me, a human." And we all like, men generally like freak out anything that, you know, is associated with like responsibility. We're just like, "Oh, get that away from me." But I learned this recently is that babies cry to communicate. So that makes everything a lot easier. So like a baby might go, "Wah!" And then you're like, "Oh no, he's dying." And then you're like, "Oh, wait a minute, he's hot." Wah means hot. So I learned that babies communicate through crying, and I thought I'd do the same with my baby. So he's like, "Wah!" And I'm like, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, don't cry." I'm gonna be like, "Wah, wah, wah, wah." Wah, 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 wah. Oh my gosh, the talks we have. So fun. I like this crowd, very diverse, very nice, very nice. Some people I know, most people I know. Everyone here is friends of mine. I don't know where this is going. A lot of people think I'm Chinese. I'm not Chinese. If I were Chinese, I would look a lot like this, but less Vietnamese. And if you're Vietnamese, you're probably like, "Nah, you look Chinese." It's fair. As long as Chinese is not the default answer, I'll take it. Sometimes my friends are like, "Oh, Franco, what's wrong with being Chinese? What's wrong with being Chinese?" Being Chinese is great. In fact, most people are Chinese. I don't know if you know this, but in the world, 1 in 5 people are Chinese. And in Hollywood, 1 in 5 Chinese characters are Matt Damon. It's a good time for Matt Damon. It's a good time for diversity, and it's a good time for Matt Damon. I don't know. It's interesting because, like, I think like the discussions about like certain topics are coming to the surface. Like me and my friend we were having a talk about accents, and like I think the Chinese accent is sexy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Oh yeah. Didn't seem sincere, but I'll take it. I also think it could be funny too, but I think that's what makes it okay. Because everyone thinks like, oh, like Chinese like, oh, it's so funny, because of Jackie Chan, like, kind big Bruce, oh no. But if you want to see a sexy Chinese accent, go home and Google Bruce Lee's talking about fighting. Oh man, that's so sexy. You ever hear it? He's like, be formless, shapeless. You take water, you put it in a pot, it becomes the pot. You put it in a bottle, it becomes the bottle. Water, it could bend or it could crash. Be like water. Be like water. I'm wet right now. I just came, Bruce. Bruce Lee just like sounds like accurate sex. Oh, water. Oh, water. Water. Jackie Chan sounds like premature ejaculation. Water. There's a difference. Man. I think I have to go. Yeah, I've been here for too long. I guess I'll say this last thing before I go. I think we should a lot of cultures are being appropriated by white people. I think Asians need to start appropriating white culture, starting with therapy. Because most of us are I don't know about you, but we all have intergenerational trauma. Who's with me? Make some noise if you got intergenerational. Yeah! We don't talk to our parents! If you've ever said the line, my mom's my best friend, yo, you're white. Okay. Listen to your hearts talk to someone. It's okay to have boundaries. Okay, love yourselves. Okay, I'm Franco Nguyen. Bye!